The sun beat down, heat shimmered off the vast, unforgiving desert. A lone figure trekked across the dunes. Adventure had beckoned, a call answered without hesitation. This was no ordinary expedition. This was a test of human will against the raw power of nature. Every step was a gamble, every breath a victory. The desert held secrets, waiting to be discovered. A sudden sandstorm whipped up, engulfing the lone figure in a blinding swirl of sand. Visibility dropped to zero. The wind howled like a banshee, tearing at clothes and sanity. Disoriented and afraid, the hiker stumbled blindly through the raging storm. Hours later, the storm subsided as quickly as it had risen. The hiker lay exhausted, battered by the relentless assault of the desert. Worse, the backpack containing vital supplies was gone, swallowed by the unforgiving sands. Alone and stranded, the true test had begun. Days turned into nights. The scorching sun beat down mercilessly. Dehydration set in, a constant gnawing thirst. The desert mocked with mirages, shimmering illusions of water that vanished upon approach. Hope started to dwindle with each passing hour. Yet the will to survive burned bright. The hiker remembered survival training: seek shelter, find water, conserve energy. These thoughts became mantras repeated over and over, fueling the fight against the unforgiving wilderness. A cluster of rocks offered a sliver of shade. The hiker crawled towards it, seeking refuge from the relentless sun. And then, a sign. A small green shoot sprouted from the base of a rock, a beacon of life in the desolate landscape. Where there's one plant, there could be more. And where there are plants, there could be water. Hope, once a flickering ember, rekindled into a small but determined flame. The desert was testing, but it was also providing. Following the trail of green, the hiker discovered a hidden oasis. A small spring trickled from the rocks, its water a life-giving elixir. Palm trees offered shade and the promise of sustenance. The desert had revealed its hidden bounty, rewarding perseverance with survival. Drinking deeply, the hiker felt strength returning. The oasis was a sanctuary, a chance to recuperate and plan. The desert was a formidable adversary, but it also offered gifts to those who knew where to look. Section 6. The Will to Survive. Days turned into a week. The hiker learned to navigate by the stars, to find food in the sparse vegetation. Lizards and insects, once unappetizing, became sources of protein. The human body, pushed to its limits, adapted, drawing strength from the sheer will to live. Each sunrise brought new challenges, each sunset a small victory. The desert, once a terrifying adversary, became a teacher. It taught resilience, resourcefulness, and the unyielding power of the human spirit. Section 7. Rescue at Dawn. One morning, the distant drone of an engine broke the silence of the desert. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a golden hue over the endless expanse of sand. The air was still cool, a brief respite before the scorching heat of the day would take over. The desert, usually so quiet and still, seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. A rescue helicopter, searching for the missing hiker, appeared on the horizon, its blades sliced through the air, creating a rhythmic thumping that echoed across the barren landscape. The pilot scanned the ground below, eyes sharp and focused, knowing that every second counted. The helicopter's presence was a beacon of hope in an otherwise desolate place. Overjoyed and overwhelmed with relief, the hiker signaled frantically, a tiny figure against the vast canvas of sand. His arms waved wildly, desperate to catch the attention of the rescuers. He had been lost for days, surviving on minimal water and sheer willpower. The sight of the helicopter was almost surreal, a lifeline in the midst of his struggle. The helicopter landed, its arrival marking the end of a harrowing ordeal. Dust swirled around as the rotors slowed, creating a temporary storm of sand. The rescuers moved quickly, their training evident in their swift, coordinated actions. They knew the hiker's condition could be critical, and time was of the essence. As the hiker climbed aboard, weak but alive, there was a profound sense of gratitude for the rescue, and a newfound respect for the unforgiving wilderness that had tested the very limits of human endurance. The helicopter lifted off, carrying him away from the vast, indifferent desert that had nearly claimed his life. The experience had changed him, leaving an indelible mark on his soul. He would never forget the lessons learned in those endless dunes, nor the faces of the brave individuals who had come to his aid. The desert, with all its beauty and danger, had shown him the true meaning of survival and the incredible strength of the human spirit. Section 8. Lessons learned. Back in civilization, the ordeal became a story etched in memory. The tales of survival and endurance were shared around campfires, in living rooms, and across dinner tables, becoming a part of the collective consciousness of those who heard them. Each retelling brought with it a sense of awe and inspiration, reminding everyone of the incredible journey that had been undertaken. The desert, once a symbol of fear and isolation, now represented strength and resilience. The endless sands that had once seemed so daunting were now a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and overcome. The harsh environment, with its scorching days and freezing nights, had become a backdrop for stories of triumph and perseverance. The experience had been a crucible, forging a new appreciation for the fragility of life and the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. It was a journey that tested the limits of endurance and pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. The reflections on those moments of struggle and victory brought a deeper understanding of one's own capabilities and the strength that lies within. The lessons learned in the heart of the wilderness extended far beyond survival techniques. They encompassed the importance of teamwork, the value of preparation, and the necessity of maintaining a positive mindset, even in the face of overwhelming odds. These were lessons that could be applied to everyday life, offering guidance and wisdom in times of need. They spoke of courage in the face of adversity, of the bravery required to take the first step into the unknown, and the determination needed to keep moving forward despite the challenges. Each obstacle overcome was a testament to the power of the human spirit and the unyielding will to survive. The power of hope in the darkest of times, when all seemed lost, was a beacon that guided the way. It was the light that shone through the darkest nights, providing the strength to carry on and the belief that a better day was just over the horizon. Hope was the fuel that kept the fire of determination burning bright, and the unwavering strength of the human will, which refused to be broken no matter the circumstances. It was this strength that saw them through the toughest trials and brought them back to civilization, forever changed by the experience. The journey had not only been a test of physical endurance, but also a profound exploration of the human spirit's resilience and capacity for growth. Section 9. The Indomitable Spirit. The human spirit, like the desert itself, is a force of nature. It is vast, unyielding, and capable of withstanding the harshest of conditions. Just as the desert stretches endlessly, so too does the potential within each of us. The desert, with its scorching heat and relentless sun, tests the limits of endurance. Yet life finds a way to thrive in this seemingly inhospitable environment. Similarly, the human spirit, when faced with adversity, finds ways to adapt, to grow, and to overcome. It can endure hardship, adapt to change, and emerge from adversity stronger than before. The journey of a hiker through the desert is a testament to this resilience. Each step taken on the scorching sand, each obstacle faced, is a reflection of the inner strength that drives us forward. Setting up a tent in the harsh conditions of the desert is not just about survival. It is about conquering the challenges that life throws our way. It is about finding shelter in the midst of chaos, about creating a sanctuary where none seems possible. The story of survival in the wilderness serves as a powerful reminder that within each of us lies the potential for extraordinary resilience, courage, and an unyielding will to live. Starting a campfire in the wilderness is more than just a means to stay warm. It is a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in the darkness. Drinking water from a canteen after a long, arduous journey is not just about quenching thirst. It is about replenishing the spirit, about finding the strength to continue when the odds are stacked against us. Never underestimate the power of the human spirit. It is in the determined eyes of those who refuse to give up, in the triumphant smiles of those who reach the summit after a grueling climb. The human spirit is a force that cannot be easily broken. It is the fire that burns within, the drive that pushes us to achieve the impossible. It is the reason why we keep going, even when the path ahead seems insurmountable. It is in our moments of greatest challenge that we discover our true potential. Climbing a steep hill, with every muscle aching and every breath a struggle, is when we find out what we are truly made of. It is in these moments of exhaustion and pain that we tap into reserves of strength we never knew we had. Pushing forward, despite the odds, is what defines us. It is what makes us human, and sometimes it takes a journey into the wilderness to remind us of the incredible strength that lies within. Standing on a mountaintop, looking out at the breathtaking view, we are reminded of the vastness of the world and our place within it. Walking alone through rugged terrain, we come to understand the depth of our own resilience. The wilderness strips away the superficial, leaving us with the raw, unfiltered essence of who we are. It is in these moments of solitude and reflection that we truly discover the indomitable spirit that resides within each of us.